feel like I've asked this question like 4 different times just this offseason when talking about the Rockets, but like, what is going on? So if you haven't heard, James Harden is not reporting to practice. He's not in contact with the team. Nobody on the team knows what he's doing other than the things that have been leaked about him that I showed at the start of the video. But I just don't understand, like, what is he doing? So you have James Harden, who is your leader coming into next season after a huge trade, and this is what he's doing when he should be at practice. I think that if anything, this just shows that he might be 1 foot out the door already, because there's no other logical reason that he would be doing this if he was committing to the team, because if he was, then he would have at least been there, instead of having his coach needing to say, oh, you can ask him when he gets here about his long-term commitment to the team, which already wasn't promising. I mean, that's not a good thing to have to say to the media regarding your superstar player, but I just don't know. And given that this is now coming out like after, you know, he wanted to be traded and all that stuff, I thought was behind us as soon as they traded for John Wall, because I was like, okay, this is their plan to keep James Harden, which is what I forgot to mention in my last video that I did about that trade, which was, I thought that was their last chance to keep James Harden, or one of their last chances to keep James Harden. But this just shows that he just doesn't care. He doesn't care about, I can't say he doesn't care. He's showing that he might not care about the Houston Rockets team. He's showing that he might not care about anybody else, because, I mean, you saw how many people were in that video. And I've seen another video from him, but I, like, can't find it anymore. But he was not wearing a mask, and neither was anybody around him, which is not only just stupid for him, it's stupid for everybody else, including the people involved in the organization, because that's your face of the franchise, and this is what he's doing. Now, I originally wasn't gonna make this video because I'm just like tired of talking about the Houston Rockets and what might happen with them. Like, I didn't want to talk about them again until we had like definitive proof of something is like huge is going on. And I mean, this might be it, because it was also just revealed that someone close to Harden said that he referred to the Rockets as the Knicks of the South. Which, I mean, I don't know if he is familiar with the Knicks in the last 10 years, but that's a bit of an overreaction.
I'm so damn disgusted that this damn Phil Jackson is still in New York City. I don't even know what to do with myself, Max Kellerman. I don't even understand how you, the ultimate cool, I'm gonna start calling you instead of Max, I'm gonna call you the Matrix, because I don't understand how you can be so damn cool, claiming to be a New Yorker, claiming to be a Knicks fan, how you can sit here and be so cool in elocuting and articulating words about Phil Jackson without the resident level of disgust that I am feeling. I don't know what I would do to Phil Jackson if he showed this face. This man is a disgrace.
But that source also said that he thinks that their culture is toxic, which I mean, I obviously can't make any comment on that, but if that's what he's saying, or if that's what, I mean, who knows, maybe he'll come out and say, oh, they were lying. But this video is not scripted, obviously, but the original reason that I wasn't gonna make this video is because if it was just that one time, then it wouldn't have been as big of a deal as it is now, because now it's 2 days in a row, 2 nights in a row that he's been like on video at strip clubs, and now with everything coming out about what he's been saying through that source that I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure that this just confirms that James Harden wants to be traded badly, because if he wanted to be traded, say, mid-season or end of next season, then this wouldn't be going on right now. This would be going on throughout the season, or maybe it wouldn't even be going on throughout the season. Maybe something would be going on behind closed doors that we wouldn't even know about until the trade happened, because he already requested a trade. So that would probably be the situation. But with this going on, he's making it so clear. What was that Game of Zones episode where they had Jimmy Butler? That's basically what James Harden is doing right now.
Curse these forsaken Twin Cities! Pray me!
Remember last season we were a 3 seed before he got hurt.
Curse this wretched house! Pray!
So, let's talk about what this could mean for the team going forward, because now they just traded for John Wall, which I already thought that this trade was going to be problematic for the Rockets, but now you have John Wall coming off 2 years without playing. So if he's becoming the face of the team, or the leader of the team, if James Harden gets traded, obviously depending on what they get back in return for him, but John Wall would likely be the face of the team still. I mean, it would probably be a better situation than John Wall and James Harden, but still, having John Wall as your leader after 2 years of absence, I know I've said that a lot in the last 2 videos, but that's a long time. 2 years. If there was no suspension of the last season, this right now would be the 3rd consecutive season where he's missing time. And not just missing game, missing time. Missing all that time in a row. And so you have to think about that, because if this was a normal season, we'd probably be 20 games in by now, or 15 games in by now. Instead, we're waiting for preseason to start. Anyway, that's the thing that I wanted to talk about in this video was I don't understand Harden's tactics, I guess would be the right word. Because, I mean, if he wants to be traded, then he has that authority, or he has that say. But to do the stuff that he's doing right now, it's just so immature, I feel like. Because you've literally just given up on the team. You've given up on the team, you've given up on some of the guys that have been looking up to you for the past few years, like PJ Tucker is still on that team, and he's been a pretty big part of that team over the last few years. You've given up on that. I don't know. There's so much I can say about James Harden right now, but I feel like I would never be able to put it into context or put it into words accurately without writing it down, so I may end up making another video about this, just scripted, maybe possible trade situations, but I don't know. Rusty's already done that, so who knows. But I have no idea what this means for the Rockets going forward. I have no idea if they're going to be able to trade him before the season starts. Probably not, because the season starts in preseason starts in less than a week. And so you have to think about that. The season starts in 3 weeks. I just don't see them making a trade in that little amount of time. I think that if they were to make a trade, it would either be at the trade deadline or at the end of the season possibly. But in terms of right now, I think that he's stuck there, for lack of a better word. He's stuck there for at least the start of the season. So I would hope that he gets himself together and shows up to practice. That's the least you can do for your team. But given how I already said what Steven Silas said about you can ask him when he gets here, that's already not a good look. So I don't expect him to be there that much longer. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. So let me know what you guys think about all this. Do you think that James Harden is going to be traded soon? And if so, who do you think could be the possible recipient of James Harden? And also, what do you think about what he's actually doing to try to force a trade? Let me know what you think. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell to be notified when I upload, comment down below what you want to see next, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.